Well, final few minutes here of the show. Let's talk about first off, it's a time when we make our picks. And, we were just talking. We don't think Brad missed a game until like Halloween last year. He was like a 24-0 start or something. It just was just sickening. And he just rubbed in our faces like we were, the puppies and it soiled the carpet. I mean, it just was just embarrassing. So a little closer right now. Bradley is 5-1, Michael 4-2, and I am just 3-3. Just boy, I got to really work on my game here. Brad, you're still in the lead though. I mean, you're the perennial front runner. I mean, you're like the Yankees. I mean, you want to go in? We'll give you a few minutes to gloat. Go ahead.
I've got the big budget, so that's why I'm able to win, just like the Yankees. So, no, you know, it last year was just kind of one of those years was lucky. So this year, I think I can't expect to go 24-1. I do expect to win at least two or three every week. So we'll see.
I've been sending friends of mine to stadiums to videotape teams. So we'll see if it starts kicking in.
And your Netflix special will come out soon.
Yeah. And it's still not working.
Well, it's early. You haven't, they've been,
Exactly. I haven't got my method down yet.
yeah, it's very early. Exactly.
It took Jim Harbaugh a few years too.
Thank you.
See, Connor let me down. I picked Michigan last week. I thought for sure that somewhere he had a stash of Texas signs and he would have, he would have passed it on because when you watch the documentary, he would do that. I mean, literally, the fandom is on a really high level for Mr. Stallions. So okay, so yes, Brad and Mike going 3-0 last week. I was 2-1 because I picked Big Blue. Shame on me. All right. Well, let's start with this week's pick. Let's start with up in Madison, Alabama at Wisconsin. Who you like?
Roll Tide. I think Alabama is too good right now. I don't think Wisconsin's ready yet. I'm not saying Luke Fickell won't be there in a while, but this Wisconsin team isn't ready for prime time against the Alabama team, especially in this weather. Beautiful weather. It's not going to be like a crazy. If it was cold and snowy, then maybe you say something different. But right now, this is Alabama.
Wisconsin is the underdog, and I am clearly in the camp of the overcat. So I'm taking Alabama as well.
Yeah, I can't go against Alabama right now. I know Saban is gone, but I think that's a huge spread. I don't see them falling in this one, so I'll go Alabama as well. The big game we talked about at West Lafayette, Notre Dame is at Purdue.
See, the only problem with this game is if I pick Notre Dame, then I have to hope Notre Dame wins. And that really, I mean, I already did it once. So I cheered for Notre Dame once this year. So I don't know if I can do it twice, but I am going to pick the Irish. I don't think Purdue's ready yet. I think the Irish are going to be fired up coming off that loss. And I know they may not have their quarterback, but I still think this Notre Dame team has enough talent to take out a Purdue team that, really is on the struggle bus under Ryan Walters.
I am firmly in Notre Dame's camp, but I would be more than happy to celebrate a loss if such were to happen, because as much as I dislike Purdue, they're not Notre Dame.
So this is one of those things you're happy either way.
Yeah, either way, I'll either be right or I'll be really enjoying being wrong.
Yeah.
But then again, in my life, you have to enjoy being wrong.
Exactly. Well,
some people are just good at it. Some people are just good at it.
It's a gift.
I went out on the limb last week and fell and it hurt my knee. So I'm going to stick with the favorite and not do that again. And I agree with you. I think Notre Dame still, like Brad said, they're going to be ready for this. I don't see them losing twice in a row. So Notre Dame, I'll finish thought out as well. Okay, the West Coast game we talked about a moment ago, Oregon at Oregon State.
Yeah, I really, I think Oregon State's a good team. I think they're solid. I just think Oregon really has something to prove here. And I think they really want to prove it. Oregon State lost quite a bit last year, although maybe losing quarterback wasn't such a big loss as it appears right now. But I think, I like Oregon. They're a 16.5 point favorite on the road, which tells you what the odds makers think. And Oregon needs to make a statement after last week too.
Yeah, I think Oregon is the type of team, they're good enough that you pick them every week, knowing that at some point the real Oregon team is going to show up. And I do think in a rivalry game like this, they have motivation to meet the intensity level of Oregon State, who wants to get after one of the teams that left them. I think this is the week that Oregon starts to resemble what we thought they were going to be at the start of the season.
Yeah, I'm going Oregon as well. I think that they'll come through, and I just think the team is going to be there in the end in the Big Ten. All right, I want to throw one more out to you guys. We hadn't talked about this, but we mentioned this game a moment ago, and I think it might be interesting to get your thoughts because it's the spread is so close on this one. Washington and Washington State.
I think this is a really good football game. But I mean, I like Washington State. I mean, I think they're the favorite to win. They'll definitely be top 2 in the Pac-12. But again, they're probably the favorite. But I think Washington takes this one. Now I'm not sure how good Washington is yet, but I think they win this game over Washington State.
Yeah, I think Washington's going to win it as well, and I think they can motivate that team by the fact that nobody seems to be respecting them, and they are being overlooked by everybody in the Big Ten. So coach has got an easy motivational tool.
I'm going to be the different one because I got to be different. Cougars, go Cougars. They get their comeuppance over the teams that left them. So we will see. Washington State on that one. All right.
Larry always picks Cougars.
We got to go. On that note, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for everybody stopping in. Enjoy the games and enjoy the weekend. We are right back here, same time, same place next week. We'll see you.